Welcome to Beyond the Campfire, the Dead by Daylight podcast where we dive into the stories, secrets, and strategies behind the horrors and heroes within the fog. I'm Dogbomb, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Lemon. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Dogbomb. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. It's nearly Christmas.
Are you ready for Christmas?
Am I ready? No. And when this comes out on Wednesday, which is the day before Christmas, I still won't be ready. I am a very last-minute sort of person.
It's funny. I would say there's one day left, as we normally have Christmas on the 24th, and everything is closed that day. So there's only tomorrow to get all the last bits.
Denmark is so strange.
No, Denmark is so curious.
Curious, yes, I agree with that as well. Are you looking forward to talking about today's character?
Yes, we are talking about Meg today. Do you know a lot about Meg?
I know nothing about Meg's background other than some general stuff. What have you been doing this week?
This week I have been playing DVD,
Mm-hmm.
been at my brother's wedding,
Oh,
and then I missed last week. I said I would play a Trapper game.
yeah, how did that go?
I missed it because I was so busy with all the wedding stuff.
You owe us a Trapper game, Lemon.
So I still need to try and play Trapper.
You owe us a Trapper game.
Hopefully this next week, but then again, it's Christmas, so who knows? Have you done anything fun?
I have been continuing with my achievement hunting on Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, how's that going?
I've got 3 left.
3? Is that all?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty hardcore, and the last 3 are really, really tough. Well, no. One of them is really tough. The other 2 I think I can get just by playing the game and playing specific characters. I have a nurse achievement. I need to get 500 blinks and hits. I've got a ghoul achievement. I need to get specific grabs, 20. And then I have a hunter's achievement where I need to hit axes from a far distance. And I can't hit axes even if they're stood right next to me. So
Isn't it just like 24 meters?
it's a long way. 24 meters is a long way. We're discovering in the world of Dead by Daylight.
I know it is.
24 meters is across 2 lengths of maps.
No, it's not. Calm down.
It's a long way. It's a long way.
It's not that bad.
It's a very long way. There has been some Dead by Daylight news this week.
Yeah.
They have announced their 10th anniversary.
Birthday party.
Birthday party. They are having a birthday party. Are you going?
No, I'm not. Are you?
I am thinking about it.
I feel like it's 2 weeks after TwitchCon. And I really, really want to go to TwitchCon, so I don't think I have the finances to also go all the way to Canada.
2 weeks is long enough to get my clothes washed again.
That's true.
I only wear the same clothes over and over again. Yeah, my downside of it is that it's only 1 day for me.
Yeah, it's a long way from 1 day.
It's a long way for 1 day. And I'm not sure what it'll offer over TwitchCon. So I don't know. It is definitely on my think about calendar, but I don't know.
Would you consider going to Montreal instead of TwitchCon?
If the lineup was good and there was more to do outside of it, yeah, but for a
Yeah.
1-day event, probably not. I struggle to travel within the UK for 1-day events.
Yeah.
You know, there has to be a justifiable reason to go, so I don't know.
It seems like a lot of travel for 1 day. And I know Montreal should be amazing. But still,
Yeah. I would have to make it into a longer holiday, I think, to make it worthwhile.
Maybe some live streaming from Montreal.
Hmm. Maybe. They've also announced a collector's edition or a collector's set.
Yeah,
Have you seen this?
I saw it on their live stream.
Have you pre-ordered it?
No, I have not. I was actually more interested in the banana they used for scale during the live stream.
You're interested in the banana. You know you'd just buy those anywhere,
I've
right?
had kind of a banana craving since. But yeah, it's the Huntress and Sable.
That's the centerpiece of the collector's set, yeah. There's a statuette or
Yeah.
a sculpt of the Huntress and Sable. There's also a flashlight, or as they've put it, on the official stuff, what does it say? It made me giggle. It says a functional flashlight. So it's a flashlight. It's just a normal flashlight then. It's just another flashlight.
Batteries not included.
Batteries not included. A flashlight, there is a booklet, which is kind of interesting, although you can buy the book separate.
Yeah, the book is the most interesting piece.
And then there are some badges, pins, some cards, and in-game rewards,
Yeah.
which is the main reason I've pre-ordered
You
it.
have?
Of course I
How
have.
much is it?
It's like 100 and something. I don't know.
Pound, Canadian dollars, US dollars, euros, Danish kroner?
It's nearly £200. Look,
What the?
let's not talk about
I have
this.
to do the math in my head from from UK pounds to Danish kroner. But what?
Is there a pretty statue? And there's going to be a badge that I can wear in game, so other people will know that I got the collector's set.
That you are special. You
Anyway, let's
are
not talk about it because
crazy.
every time I think about it, I start to break out in a cold sweat and think about the things I could have bought with my £200.
How much are the tickets for the event or the birthday party?
They are not released yet. They have not released that information yet.
Feel like £200. That is almost one-way ticket to Montreal.
Anyway, this week we are talking about the survivor who taught everyone that speed is the best defense. It's Meg Thomas.
As I told when we talked about Dwight, Meg Thomas is one of the original survivors from when the game was released 10 years ago. In the game bio, we learned that Meg's father left when she was a baby, so Meg grew up with her mother. Meg excelled at schoolwork, but she also had like too much energy, so a teacher suggested that she tries to run for the track team. And she loves that idea because she loves running, and now she wants to be a high school star and get a scholarship to a college. But Meg's mother is sick, and Meg loves her mother so much because she raised her all by herself. She stays home to take care of her mother and does not go to college. One summer day, Meg goes for a run in the woods, and she is never seen again. And her body has never been found. So that is the bio in the game. And I almost want to say, as always, we learn a bit more in the tome. So, tome 4. That is where we get to know Meg a bit better. There are 7 memories and 1 clip. Meg's teacher, that is also known as Coach Jenny, had noticed how fast Meg can run. So she wanted her on the track team to run for the state championship. Other members on the team got jealous of Meg and think that she got a free ticket as she had never practiced, never sucked up, or taken the diet pills to stay on a certain weight. Meg just laughs it off, and she knows that she's good. She's really, really good at running. She loves running, spends a lot of time on her passion, so she thinks she deserves the spot. But the running team has a hazing ritual, and they dress Meg up as a supervillain. They tell her that she has to go /attire near the police station. Meg does the hazing ritual, and she feels very stupid walking around in the city in a costume. And she tries so hard to focus on what she has to do. But then she thinks of a quote from a book that says, "I'll go straight into the belly of the whale and pull out a rib." She likes the quote and tries to remember where she has seen it before. And then she remembers it was in a book she read to her sick mother, trying to help her fall asleep. She keeps thinking of her mother, how the doctors does not know what is wrong with her, and that they no longer can afford the doctor. Meg tries again to focus on the task she got, to /attire. She sees a police car from the Colorado police. She slashes the tire and rips off a piece of the rubber. And then she runs back as fast as she can. The track team tells her that she had done it in record time. No one had ever done anything as bold as Meg, slashing a police car. One person, called Dana, on the track team keeps being jealous of Meg, as the coach is spending more time on Meg to help her with the mechanics of running and wants to improve her confidence at the starting line. That makes Dana start to body shame Meg, talking to her about her thick thighs, how she cannot run like that, how her legs does not fit her torso. Somehow Meg suppresses her anger and smiles at Dana and thanks her for her concerns. On her walk home from an exciting practice, Meg gets attacked from behind. She never sees the attacker, but the person stamps on Meg's ankle, and she feels the pain all the way up her spine. She screams for help, but nobody hears her. The attacker leaves as fast as they showed up, and Meg gets up and gets herself home, even though every step on the way feels like a hammer smashing at her ankle. Her mother takes her to the doctor, and Meg is told to stay off her ankle as it has fractured in several places. Meg feels bad as her mother does not have any insurance, and Meg knows that she can't pay the doctor. But she is also confused as the person that attacked her did not steal anything from her. They have already spoken to the police, and on the way home, her mother asks if she can remember anything about the man. And Meg shakes her head and says that she's not even sure it was a man. In the evening, Meg tells her mother that she thinks that Dana had something to do with her ankle. Her mother gives Meg a pep talk, and she say, "If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you can't, you can't. Life's battles aren't won with speed and strength, but with mind and will." Then she gives Meg a dress and tells that she will not just be a star on the track, but also at the after party. Meg hugs her mother with tears in her eyes, as she knows this could be the last time they have a talk like this, and she does not want to let go of her. The next day, at school, The coach tell Meg that she had heard rumors about Dana having something to do with the attack, and that she will remove Dana from the team. Meg begs her to keep Dana on the team and tells the coach that she is going to beat Dana at the race, and she's even going to win the race. The coach asks Meg if she really think that she's running with that angle. And Meg lies and tells that the doctor said it's just a bruise. That is the last memory. In the clip, we see Meg getting ready to run. She runs as fast as she can. She crosses the finish line first, and then we hear a cracking sound, and Meg falls to the ground. As she is carried out from the track, she gives Dana an evil smile. So did you learn
Wow.
anything new about Meg?
I knew she was a track star, just from her perks and things. They
Mm,
lend themselves to that, and the little bit that you get within the game, it's kind of obvious. And her cosmetics,
yeah.
her custom cosmetics are all kind of around athletics and running. Yeah, I didn't know the other parts of the background. I don't know who this Dana is. But maybe this Dana might be an interesting character to introduce into the fog. Kind of nice if they had enemies within the fog, kind of trying to force to help each other.
Dana should be a killer.
Maybe, or maybe just another survivor.
But from reading the bio and the tome, I really got that feeling that Meg went to high school in the 90s. With the
Yeah.
diet pills, the type of body shaming, and I just got a really strong 90s vibe from it.
So when I was at school, I was quite good at track, at running, long distance running, and I got body shamed, and I stopped running because of it.
No,
Yeah, I was told I ran like a Fraggle. Did you have Fraggles in Denmark? Do you know
I
what a Fraggle
love
is?
the Fraggles. Fraggle Rock in
Yeah.
Danish, that is the best thing ever.
So you remember how the Fraggles run, and they kind of
They,
flail around?
they run like Phoebe and Friends.
That's how I run, or how I used to run anyway. I don't know if I still do. I run a lot more now than I did then.
Is that also in the 90s?
That was in the
See, I
90s.
got a vibe.
Anything else about Meg?
No, not really. There is some fun facts and stuff, but we haven't really done that with the other characters.
I have a fun fact about Meg. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, tell me.
So, in the 2021 Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Village,
Yeah?
Meg has a cameo.
Isn't it just her scream?
Yeah, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
So that's because it came out around the same time as they brought Resident Evil to Dead by Daylight.
Ah,
So it's a nod to the Dead by Daylight link.
I know that you actually played that game a few years
I
ago.
did.
Have you gone back?
No, I haven't gone back, but I played that game, and I remember distinctly playing that game because at one point I'm being chased by a large maggot baby, and
As you
I
do.
remember looping it around the tables like I was playing Dead by Daylight, and it's the first time Dead by Daylight skills have kind of come out of the game of Dead by Daylight. So I remember it quite vividly.
It's fun.
Would you like to know about Meg's
Yes,
perks?
please.
Then let me tell you about Meg's perks. So, Meg is an athlete, a track star, and all of her perks reflect her speed, momentum, her chasing, her survival. None of her perks are about buffing up the team. None of them are about controlling the map. Nothing's about gathering information. It's simply about moving faster and trying to escape. Her first perk, in no particular order, these are once again, but her first perk is Adrenaline. Adrenaline, once the gates are powered, so all of the generators are done, Adrenaline restores one health state. That means if you're on the ground, it will get you back up. If you're injured, you will get healed to fully healed. And it also gives you a 50% haste boost, which gets you to the exit gate faster or get you out of chase quicker if you're in a chase at the time. This perk used to be more powerful. It used to be massively powerful in that it would heal you on hook. So if you were hooked as the last generator was powered, it would heal you up. So when you were unhooked, you would be fully healed. But that's been removed. But the perk itself is still an absolute powerhouse, and it's one of my staples. It's in my current build, the one that I run when I'm playing comfortable games. This perk is often used by if you go in as a team, as a SWF. This perk is often used by the best looper in the game, so that they can take the last chase, take a hit within the last chase. The final gen pops, and they will heal up and run away from chase. It can really shift an end game, and it works super well with perks such as Hope, No One Left Behind for a big, strong end game build. Meg's second perk, Quick and Quiet. This is a perk which silences any loud noise notifications when you do a fast vault over a window, a pallet. If you jump into or out of a locker at speed, there will be no sound at all. No noise notification, no sounds of lockers opening, closing. And then there's a 20-second cooldown before you can do it again. The beauty of this perk, I guess, is that it lets you slip away from a chase. You can vanish into a locker mid-loop without tipping off the killer. And if you pair it with any of the perks that hide your scratch marks, you're practically a ghost. You can be super sneaky and slip out of sight and leave the killer still on the same loop, usually looking for you, opening lockers and trying to find you. And this perk pairs really interestingly with Elodie's perk Deception. Deception allows you to open and close a locker as you run past it. And if you do that and then go into a different locker, it's basically a game of cat and mouse with the killer. And then if you pair both of those perks with Head On, which is Jane's perk, that allows you to stun the killer from the locker as you jump out. So using all three of those perks uses up a lot of your perk slots, but it can make for some very entertaining locker silliness in game. If that's your bag, that's definitely my bag. That's the sort of thing I like to do. So I'm sure others would like to do that too. Her last perk is, I have a love-hate relationship with this perk, but it is Sprint Burst. Sprint Burst, when you start running, as long as you're not exhausted, you will be faster. You will have 50% haste boost for 3 seconds, lets you sprint away at high speed, and then after that, you are exhausted for 40 seconds, which means that you can't just chain it over and over and over. You have to walk in order to allow your exhaustion to drop down. And it is incredibly popular. And the reason I dislike it is I think a lot of people use it poorly. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think a lot of people use it incredibly poorly. I think people walk around the map when they've got it to conserve it, which means that they're actually making the game run slower, rather than using it to run to a generator or run to an exit gate or run to unhook a teammate. They will save it for that chase with the killer, which might never happen. So yeah, it's a really good perk. It's a great perk, but it really can slow down the game if people are too cautious with it. It works well in almost any build. However, it's a solid exhaustion perk. And the pros, i.e. not me, can 99 it. So you can let your exhaustion recover all the way almost to 100%, and then start to sprint, which won't use it. And when the killer or when you need to use it, you can then slow down to a walk, get your exhaustion back, and then use your sprint. Let it spring into action. And this also pairs well with Vigil, which allows you to reduce your exhaustion time and lets you basically sprint everywhere for the entire game for no particular reason and never sit on the gen. Ugh. It annoys me, this perk. It annoys me. I see too many people running it badly. But yeah, sprint burst. Do you have any users of these perks? Do you use these perks? Have you tried them? Have you any
I have tried to
history with
use
them?
adrenaline, but that's a long time ago. But now I don't really use any of Max perks.
Yeah, I currently use Adrenaline. It can be like a bunch of other perks, which are based around end game or specific things happening in the game. It can be quite annoying if you don't get to the point of end
Yeah,
game and you've wasted a slot.
exactly.
But yeah, I use it. I use Adrenaline.
Also because I feel like I like to maybe tease the colors in different ways, and sometimes I do get tunneled out way before the end game.
Yeah, you do. I've noticed this.
Wow.
One thing I've noticed about Megs is as a killer, you always scan the group that you're going up against as a killer. And if I see four Megs, I know I'm in for a hard time. I've got a memorable I can't remember who I was playing. I think it was the Wraith. I think I was playing the Wraith. And I was up against four Megs, and it was hell on earth. It was flashlights, it was sabotages, it was such long loops, sprint bursts all over the place. And that I just, yeah, whenever I see Megs,
I have a confession. The Wraith?
go,
Who's that?
ding dong.
Okay, perfect. I hope when we like end this these podcasts, I will learn all the killer names because I do not know them right now. I got my own names.
I quite like your names, so then maybe we'll use those in the podcast episode names. My other memory of Meg is, and I don't know if you remember this, but there was the My Little Oni event.
But yeah, I forgot about that.
And
That was
Meg was one of the
amazing.
survivors you could use, and they put the default hair on Meg, and she still had big pigtails coming out either side of her head.
It was so good.
It's the only time I've been a Meg main. I
Yeah,
never switched from Meg during that whole event. It was so fun.
from when I noticed, I also just stayed as Meg because that look was so much fun.
Little handlebars running around under the feet of the Oni.
Yeah, it was like they didn't size the hair down correctly compared to Meg. I don't know, but it was amazing.
It was amazing. So this is the part where we like to do a recommendation of a creator. And we thought we would do a change from the norm this week. This person is a streamer, but I know them through their artwork. And it is Ivy the artist, also known as Saz Does Art, SAZDZ Art, on Fourth Wall. They have a Fourth Wall shop. And I've had some art created by Ivy, Dead by Daylight Art,
What did
which
you
is
get?
on my. Hold on, I'm away from the microphone. Can you describe this to the audio people? Can you see that on camera?
I can see it, and I have seen it before. So it's like a totem where you have the three skulls, and one of the skulls has this amazing mustache. It's so, so cool. And then on the bottom of the totem, there's like playing cards and are they called chips from when you
Yeah, poker
gamble?
chips.
Poker chips. There is a light, but then there is also a pair of leopard printed pants, underwear. And it's so, so cool.
Ace. Ace with panties.
So it's an ace totem.
And it does light up.
Oh,
It lights up. There's a little candle. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it does light up. It's there, you know. You can just see it
yeah, that is so
through the
cool.
cards there.
It is so, so cool.
It is, and it's signed on the bottom. It's very, very cool.
Also, as far as I know, Ivy only sells to the UK, right? Because I
I
cannot shop from her in the
I
EU.
do I do not know. But I'm sure if you have a conversation with Ivy, and say that you know me, um, I can get things over to TwitchCon or Montreal or wherever I end up this year, I'm sure.
Well, I hope to see you at TwitchCon. And talking about Ivy, we need to go to a supermarket and get some Yuppie sauce for Ivy
We do.
because I know she's a fan, just like me.
We do. But yes, go check out her fourth wall. We'll put a link in the show notes. There are t-shirts. If you're a fan of Ghost, the band Ghost, there are things related to that. There are posters and the totems, which I think are just brilliant.
They're so, so cool.
So who is coming up next week, Lemon?
Next week, we are going to talk about Philip.
Ding dong.
Yes, we're going to talk about Ding Dong. And what did you say his name was?
The race.
The word, I can't even pronounce that.
The
So
race.
we will talk about Ding Dong, whose real name is Philip.
The race.
Are you excited to talk about Ding Dong?
Yeah, I am actually. I find the killers more interesting than survivors, first of all. But I find Ding Dong an interesting character. Just to look at him in game, he looks sad. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he does. I know what you mean.
So yeah, I'm interested to see why he's so sad.
But I also honestly hate playing against Ding Dong so, so, so much. And I even made a deal that if we are playing against the Ding Dong, I have the right to say, see you later, and butt out.
Well, maybe I can give you some hints and tips on how to play against Ding Dong next week.
I'm excited to hear that because I'm struggling.
I think we should also say thank you to people.
Yes,
Thank you to everyone who's been following. It's been huge this week. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
it's amazing.
Thank you to the people who've been leaving comments. We did have a comment from Kathy who said that she also liked the Michael Myers map, Haddonfield. So
Love it.
I guess now we found two people. We can start a group.
Wow.
We're also everywhere now, I think. So today we have just arrived on YouTube podcasts. We're also on Spotify. We're on Apple. We're almost everywhere. So if you're listening to this and we are not on your favorite platform, or you're struggling to find us on your favorite platform, please let us know because there is generally a way for us to get on that platform. But we need to know about the platform. We need to know it exists. But we are on most of the big ones now. And any question for this week, Lemon? Do you have any questions for the people who are listening?
Not really.
I have a question. I want to know if there are any Meg mains out there. I don't know anyone who's a Meg main, and I don't see anybody who's a content creator playing as Meg.
That is
But maybe
true.
I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there are a little group of Meg mains out there who I just don't see.
I'm excited to hear if we have some mechs out there. running around in the fog.
Me too. But in the meantime, while we wait for all the Megs to get in touch, remember, play safe out there and don't get